might have heard that anxiety is the biggest, most pressing mental health problem facing our civilization. No way. That's what I hear. That's not quite true. You see, anxiety is awesome. It is our behavioural immune system. When I get an anxious feeling and my anxiety system is working as it should, it's calling on me to make a behavioural correction. Step out on the street, trucks coming, oh, anxiety, I get back. It's you out of trouble every day. Like your immune system, you don't notice when you don't get sick, and you don't notice when you don't get hit by a car. You do notice your immune system when it goes a bit wrong, like you get hay fever or allergies. And you notice your anxiety system when it goes a bit wrong. So today, we're going to find out how your anxiety system works, how it goes wrong, and what you can do about it. So let's start with a bit of biology. What's going on with the butterfly, the tightness in the gut, and the breathlessness? Read on.
Meet Bob. Bob's a regular guy. He's got a regular brain, connected via a nervous system to a regular heart, regular intestines and regular muscles. Like the rest of us, when Bob gets a fright, his body's got to get ready to fight or run or freeze instantly. And that's like an instant warm-up. So something scary happens to Bob and some changes take place in his body. For starters, he's got to move blood into his large muscle groups right now, and that produces some of the sensations we were talking about. Bob sees a great big scary green-haired zombie with an axe, and his life's in danger. The blood leaves his tummy and goes to his legs. The blood leaves his hands and goes up to his arms, producing that horrible butterfly feeling, tingly feeling, and the sweat that makes you too slippery for a predator or a zombie to grab onto.
So we know that the bills, the parties, and the arguments aren't going to kill us. But good luck explaining that to your central nervous system, because it can't tell the difference between an axe-wielding zombie and a big phone bill. So we always get those feelings. And it's when we get scared of anxiety that we're really in trouble.
You see, your brain notices what your body's doing, and your body notices what your brain's doing. They interact. This time Bob's got an exam. Now an exam is a psychological threat, but it isn't going to kill you, so there's no need for all those bodily reactions. But there goes your central nervous system being a drama queen, carrying on like it's being chased like a zombie. Your brain notices that your body's carrying on like it's being chased by a zombie and can decide there really is something to be physically scared of, that you really are under threat. But of course you're not. So the trick is to start deciding for yourself whether or not this gut-wrenching bodily reaction is something that you need right now, and if it isn't, to do something about it. To put it another way, we could think of our nervous system and our anxiety as an early warning system, like a smoke detector in a house. Smoke detectors are valuable. They provide us with early warning, but they're not always right. In this case, the smoke detector's going off and Bob notices, doing a second check, the house is on fire. He decides he really is in danger and to get out of there and avoid the situation. Bob is smart. Be like Bob. But let's suppose that in another situation the alarm is going off and Bob does a second check and notices that, he's just burnt the toast. He's not really in any danger, the house isn't burning down, and the smoke alarm has made a bit of a mistake. It's doing its job, but there is really no danger. In this case, Bob can calmly proceed toward the situation, turning off the toaster and switching off the smoke alarm. Now he's fixed his problem because he didn't avoid it. And all's well. Bob is smart. Be like Bob. Now this might sound a bit easier said than done, but if we practice noticing what's going on with our body, if our breath is speeding up, if we're getting a bit sweaty, getting butterflies, then we might also have thoughts like, I can't do this, this is too hard, I'm no good at this. We might have a fire alarm that's going off, but we can make a decision. Now, if we are really physically in danger, then yes, it might be a good idea to avoid the situation. Run away if your house is on fire and things are, calling for that fight or flight response. But if it's just burnt toast, we may be better off going toward the situation and finding out there was nothing to be afraid of in the first place. And that's really where things get better.
So if we're feeling really anxious, but we're not in a life-threatening situation, What we really don't like is just the feeling of being anxious, because we're taking that as a signal that there really is something to be afraid of. And if we don't go to that party, or don't speak to the person, or don't do the exam, we never find out that that anxious feeling would have gone away anyway, because the way to talk to that fire alarm is to signal with your behaviour there is really nothing to be scared of. When the smoke alarm goes off at home, sure, you get a bit of a heebie-jeebies, then, oh no, burnt toast. Annoying, not ideal, but not dangerous, and you go and fix it, and that feeling passes pretty quickly.
So next time you get the heebie-jeebies, are you sure the house is burning down, or is it just burnt toast?
Anxiety's nothing to be scared of. Your brain's been hacked, and I will see you next time for some tricks and tips on keeping that anxiety in check and resetting your smoke alarm.